Good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope that you are all doing well, or as well as you can, grieving that the spray is occurring across these beautiful and healthy forests we have here in Renfrew County. I'm just going to lay out some facts and some things that are happening here that I want everyone to be very aware and diligent of. And I'm going to start by talking about John Yakabuski. So he was our MPP from 2003 until 2025 of this year. And he was our Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry from 2018 until 2021. And I want you to understand that this is really important because Sir Sanford Fleming College in Lindsay, Ontario held some of the most world-renowned teachers who had good quality content. They worked for the Ministry of Natural Resources, they worked for the Ministry of the Environment, they worked for Environment Canada, and they all had decades of experience in everything from air abatement and pollution to soil contamination, remediation, restoration. They worked in forestry, they did everything, and they started at the bottom and they worked their way to the top and became professors after it all. And they were very honest with their students, telling us at times like this were going to happen, that we were going to be the ones leading our communities, because people would say that things were safe when they were not, which is why I am here. So this beautiful school with all these teachers, and the school that had won awards like globally for the content of its courses, quality content, actually got pulled funding both from the private sector and the public sector. And it went down from 35 courses all the way down to 5. They cut 29 environmental resource sciences programs, 29 programs, everything from environmental technician to ecological restoration, watershed management, wastewater treatment, water treatment, everything that was really important, conservation law, everything is gone. And what is left now is forestry and drilling and a little bit of ecological restoration, and that is it. That is not good enough. And for companies like Ottawa Valley Forest, and yes, Ben Hokum Sons, you are being mentioned in this video, because we cannot have sustainable forestry if people are not educated. John Yakabuski was the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry until 2021, when he decided to go in and be the assistant of our Premier. And what happened that year after? These cuts. John registered to be a lobbyist this year, July 1st, Canada Day, ironically enough. Sorry, John. I'm mad. John is lobbying on behalf of sawmills after Ontario's government announced an $11.3 million investment in projects supporting forestry byproducts. I will link a newspaper article down below that explains that Ben Hokum Sons will be receiving a $5.5 million is a grant, or it's a funding from the government to actually create a forest biomass program. And essentially they're going to be using their forestry byproducts like sawdust and chips to make fuel and burn it and sell it to hydro to power. It will be able to power 12,000 homes. And whether or not that happens, we never ever seem to know these things. I want everyone to be aware of all of this, because Ben Hokum Sons is one of the funders of Ottawa Valley Forest. And despite any conversations that I have had with them, being positive or negative, don't matter, because programs like this can't continue if the precedent by them is that we don't have sustainable forestry. And you lose your lack of trust from your citizens in your surrounding community when you don't listen to their concerns. So why would we as a community trust that a program like this is going to be sufficient when we're not being heard, and instead of even allowing us to come to the table with our concerns instead of just dismissing us and telling us that no, it's safe, they will not wait to hear us, to not wait for those 60 cases from Health Canada to come forward. Instead, they do it anyway, with no concern for the environment. Anyone that wants to reach out, you can reach out to Dean Philibert. You can ask the concerns there. You can reach out to Mayor James Brose, because this will be happening in the North Algona-Wilberforce. I think this is an incredible program, and I would love to see it in our Renfrew County, but it needs to be sustainable. And everything that just happened here in this last couple of weeks, especially with the continuation of the spray, tells me that they are not mature enough and that we are not ready. And I know that you gentlemen are watching these videos. You have told me that you're watching these videos and that you're not happy with me, but I don't care, because we are the voices of the environment. We are the stewards. And if we just do nothing, we're allowing you. And we are telling you in this video, we are telling you in this group that we are not allowing you. So I'm going to leave some links down below. The other quick thing I want to mention is please watch Billy Deneau. Please watch Vic Fideli. Watch Dean Philibert. Watch all of these people on their social medias having these meetings. And for the last thing, none of this is a conspiracy. This is just basic facts I want you guys to reach out and look at and watch, so that you can tell us. You can reach out and say, these things are not okay with me. You can reach out to your mayors. This is how you stay involved in the conversation, is just me bringing awareness to you. The final thing I want to say, you watch all these people, because only 2 weeks ago did all of the mayors around Ontario go to the Association of Municipalities Ontario, and they went to this big meeting where now multiple mayors have come back into their little municipalities saying, I have strong mayor powers. I will not listen to my councillors. I will not listen to the 6 other people around the table, because I'm going to make up my mind and do what I want. And it's not just that. Those mayors have to listen to the vision of the province. And that means that if someone up above is telling us down below, then the system is broken, because it's supposed to be the opposite. The people come to the councillors and the mayor, and they bring it up. So just a humble reminder that we are all brothers and sisters. We are all working together. We're working together for the economy, for health, for safety, for our environment, and that we're all in this conversation together. So I am for the no backdoor meetings, and I think the only way we can do that is by having open and honest conversations. So to all of the people I've mentioned in this video, we are not mad at you. We are trying to communicate with you. So thank you to everyone that shares this. Thank you for supporting this movement. This is the start of a big conversation about how we meet our environment and how we meet our bodies and how we meet ourselves. So have a good night. Bless your families, and we'll talk soon. Bye.